Before mischief echoed through the halls of Asgard, he was born, far from the realm of gods, in the cold, desolate world of the giants. His mother was Laufey, a giantess of frost and silence. His father, Falbauti, a fire giant with fury in his eyes. From this union, fire and ice, contradiction and chaos, a child was born who belonged to no single world. His name was Loki. Loki grew up on the edges of all realms, not entirely a giant, not truly a god, and yet more than both. Even as a child, he was different. His eyes sparkled with cunning, his words cut sharper than swords. He asked questions others dared not speak, and he laughed, often when none expected it. He wandered between worlds, Jotunheim, Midgard, Asgard. He learned the power of masks, the magic of transformation. He became a fish, a bird, a woman, a shadow. No place held him, no law could bind him. The gods watched him warily, and Odin, Allfather, invited him to Asgard, not out of trust, but out of curiosity. And yet, there was one who truly saw him, Sigyn, the quiet goddess with eyes like autumn fire. She loved him, not despite his chaos, but because of it. She was his balance, his stillness, his sanctuary. With her, Loki had two sons, Vali and Nafi. For a moment, peace seemed possible. For a moment, Loki was only a husband, only a father, and in her eyes, perhaps even a hero. But Loki's story did not end in Asgard. Far away, in the shadowy woods of Jotunheim, another tale unfolded, with the giantess Angerboda, fierce as storm winds, old as the frost. With her, Loki fathered 3 beings the world would never forget. The first was Fenrir, the mighty wolf, born with chains in his eyes. Even as a pup, his strength shook the earth. The gods feared him, rightly so. They lured him with games, with false trust, and bound him with Gleipnir, the magical ribbon made from the sound of a cat's footfall and the breath of a fish. But Fenrir saw through the deceit and bit off the hand that betrayed him. Tyr lost his arm. Fenrir lost his trust. The second was Jormungandr, the serpent of Midgard. She grew so vast, the gods cast her into the sea. There she slivered and coiled, growing ever larger, until she encircled the entire world. Her tail clamped in her jaws, her hatred buried in the deep. She became the boundary between order and oblivion. The third was Hel, the silent queen of the dead, half alive, half decayed, her skin pale on one side, black as night on the other. The gods could not bear her presence. They cast her into the underworld to rule over the souls of those who did not die in battle. And there, in Niflheim, she built her realm of cold peace and shadow. These three, wolf, serpent, queen, were not just Loki's children. They were symbols of what he truly was, a breaker of boundaries, the father of what cannot be controlled, a being who gave life to inevitability itself, to the end of the world. But peace was never meant for one such as Loki. He provoked, he questioned, he revealed what others wanted hidden, and in time, he crossed the line that no god could forgive. Baldur, the Shining One, was made invincible to all things except the mistletoe. Loki discovered this one weakness, and with a whisper and a cruel smile, he guided the blind god Herður's hand, and Baldur fell. A murder hidden in jest. The gods trembled. Order itself shook. The gods demanded justice, not only for Baldur, but for all Loki had ever done. His family too would suffer. Vali, his son, was transformed into a ravenous wolf. In a frenzy, he tore his own brother, Nafi, to pieces. From Nafi's entrails, the gods fashioned bonds, and with them they chained Loki in a cave of stone deep beneath the world. Above him they placed a venomous serpent. Drop by drop, poison dripped onto Loki's face, endless, eternal torment. But Sigyn did not leave, she stayed. With unwavering devotion, she held a bowl above his face to catch the venom. Only when she left to empty it did a drop fall upon him, and in his agony, his body writhed so violently that the earth itself shook. And thus the ancients say earthquakes were born from Loki's pain and Sigyn's love. But nothing lasts forever. When Ragnarök comes, the twilight of the gods, Loki breaks free. With burning eyes and a cursed heart, he rises from the shadows. At his side, Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, and Jörmungandr, the world serpent, his children by the giantess Angerboda. The gods ready themselves for the final war. Loki leads the forces of chaos. The sky burns, the seas rise. He meets Heimdall, the watchman, his mirror in light. And in one final strike, they kill each other. And then, silence. The world lies in ruins. Ash upon ash, fire upon ice. The old gods perish, the sun dies, the seas devour the land. But from the wreckage, something new rises. A new earth, a fresh sky, new people born of the ashes. And Loki? His name is not forgotten. He is a whisper in the wind, a laugh in the shadows, a question in the heart of certainty. He was the wanderer between worlds, the trickster, the mirror, the breaker, the maker. He was not just chaos. He was the doubt that even the gods could not silence. What remains of Loki? Perhaps this, that order cannot exist without chaos, that truth often hides in shadow, and that even the outcast has a place in the story.